Hi everyone, welcome to Beyond Decadent Planning with Erin. Today we are going to be cash planning for my family's biweekly pay of July 18th. This is a little bit bigger one than normal. We've got about $1,825 that we're able to cash plan. For those of you who are just joining us, I use a zero-based cash budgeting system where every single dollar of income has a specific purpose. During my monthly budget setups, I go through and I allocate which bills are going to be coming out of which pays so that when it comes time to my cash planning, I can then withdraw any of the extra money I have and allocate them to a specific purpose or cash envelope. So that's what this video is here today, is we are going to be taking my extra of $1,825 and putting it into my cash envelopes. Well, allocating them to my cash envelopes. So we're going to start off. I'm going to just load that $1,825 right on here so I can keep track as we go. I'm hoping to be able to put a little bit in everything, but there are some specific ones that I do want to put a larger amount. These ones up here are all my wallet items, so I carry them with me. They're things I spend over the next 2 weeks. I don't typically have any money left in my envelopes after that 2-week period, so they're not sinking funds. These ones down here are ones that I am continuously adding money to and continuously taking money out depending on what it is. For example, medical, I typically put a specific amount in there, but as things pop up that are in that category, then I withdraw money, but it's just envelopes that I'm constantly adding money to. Anyways, let's get started. So, because this is for a 2-week period, I do want to have $500 in my groceries so that I have 250, 1825 minus 500. There we go. So I put 250 for each week, which equates to $500. The other large one that I have on this is my gas. My husband and I both have vehicles. So I want to make sure that we each get $100. Again, it's over a 2-week period, so we typically have to fill up our cars a couple times within that period. For spending for my husband and I'm just going to give us both 20. We just use that for, I don't know, if I want to go get a coffee or he wants to go grab something at McDonald's, just so that it's money that we can use whenever without having to account for it. Kind of like an allowance, I guess, if I was comparing it to something. I'm also going to put in $100 for restaurants. We don't do a lot of eating out. Well, sorry, I shouldn't say that. If you watched my June monthly expense review, we ate out a lot, way more than I budgeted for. But either way, still, we try not to spend too much more than $100. And so that's for July. I'm trying to stick to my budget as much as possible. I am going to put 25 into household. That is for things like oh my God, I'm blanking. Laundry detergent, soap, toilet paper, like things that the whole household is going to use. I think we have some toilet paper to buy, so I don't need a huge amount of money in here. So I just want to make sure there's enough money in there to cover any expenses that come up. Entertainment. Normally I only put about $25 in here, but I am going to be putting in quite a bit more this month, or this pay. I'm going to put $95. And the reason for that is we got gifted some tickets to Monster Jam, which is this extravaganza of big monster trucks. So anyways, I wanted to have a little bit of extra money in there to cover parking and treats for the kids while we're at the show. So I'm going to put $95 in there. So now let's go into my sinking funds. I do have things that I want to make sure that I am adding in specific amounts. So subscriptions, for example, is getting 50. That's something I do every single pay. Medical, I put 50 in here, but I'm actually going to be putting in 200. And the reason for that is we have a big medical bill coming up. So I just want to make sure that is there. And now I feel like I missed something. So I'm just going to add these up again. So 95, 20, 200, 500, 25, 20, 100. 50. Okay, so I was right. Sports is also getting 260. We are gearing up for hockey season. So all of the registration is paid for already, which is great, but we have equipment to buy. I'm sure those of you with kids understand that your kids never stay in the same size thing. So need to put in some cash there. I also want to put in a larger amount for Christmas. So I'm going to put in $50. And then I also want to make sure I'm putting in $50 for emergency. I'm going to put a larger amount in car maintenance, but I don't know how much yet. So I want to hold off until because I do want to try and get at least $5 in every account. So I'm going to star that one so I know any extra money I have, I want to put in there. Vacation, I'm going to be putting in $100. We are going on vacation in August. Nowhere exciting, just camping. So I just want to pad that a little bit. I want to get some more water toys and floaties and things for the kids to play with in the lake. And so just adding some money there. So that leaves me with 155. Clothes, I think I'll just put 25 in there and then 25 in beauty. I get my hair done every 2 months, just a trim. It's less than $100, but with tip and everything, so I try and do 25 each pay. And then clothes, I'm going to do 25 as well, mainly because, I will need to get some school clothes for the kids. Okay, so I think other than car, that is all my larger amounts that I want to do. So I'm just going to go ahead and do 5, 10, 15. And then the school will also get a 5. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So that leaves me 60. And then we'll do 5, 10, 15, 20. So that leaves me 40. So I am going to put $40 into my car maintenance. So that's my process. It's a little guesstimating and just what I feel like, mainly looking at the bigger items first to make sure I have enough money for that. I am just going to run through and do a quick calculation and make sure that all this adds up to $825. 825. So perfect. Now I'm just going to go through and allocate what denominations I need this money in so that I can easily have it at the bank, and tell them exactly how many of each denomination I need. I could pull out 18 100s, but that's not going to be allow me to put the numbers I need into each envelope. So I do need to be a little bit more thoughtful. So we're going to do 50, 2 20s, and a 5. We'll do a 20. 4 50s. The reason I split up the 500 that way is because, again, I want 250 for each pay just to make it easier on myself. I think I do 5 20s. Medical. I think I'll do 1 and 2. 260. Okay, so 4 5 6 7 8, which is 800. 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13, which 13 times 50, 650. Then 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14. 280, 110, and then 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 16 17 is 85. So 85 plus 10 plus 280, 650, 800, 825. So I am all balanced. So that is my cash planning process. Pretty quick and simple. Feel free to let me know if you have any questions. I would love to hear from you. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. If you want to see more, hit subscribe. Thanks, everyone.